Senator from Spotsylvania, Senator Houck.
Mr. President, I hope it would be the will of the Senate not to adopt the transportation substitute. And certainly it has nothing to do, my opposition to that substitute has nothing at all to do with the earnestness to which those have worked on trying to find a transportation solution. The Senator from Newport News, the others who have been involved in this effort need to be commended and should be congratulated for trying to advance a transportation program. But, Mr. President, members of the Senate, the means to which they're going about advancing that program is simply wrong. And it's wrong from the standpoint of the monetary means to which they advance this transportation plan. And essentially, it strikes right at the heart of this $250 million of general fund money. And that's what makes this wrong. Not wrong in what they're trying to do, not wrong in the goal they're trying to achieve. Again, they should be, and I commend them for that, the hard work, the earnestness. But how they get there is simply wrong. And I would use just a couple of illustrations taken from the most recent compendium of state statistics compiled by our own JLARC, 2007. Readily available, you probably have it in your office. But let me just talk about a couple of reasons why the means that they're using with this good effort is wrong. And I would turn first of all to the page where it talks about the average salary of public school teachers. Unfortunately, in Virginia, we're still behind the national average, a goal that we have set for many, many years. And I don't believe there's a senator in this chamber that would disagree with that goal. But the use of $250 million of general fund money for a worthy goal, transportation, simply thwarts our effort to achieve the goal of having an average teacher's salary meeting the national average. Certainly a goal that we also all agree on. Mr. President, one would only have to turn a page or two in this same document, a page titled State Funding Per Pupil K-12, ranking all of the 50 states. And as much as we've tried and as hard as we've worked here in this Senate and in the General Assembly to increase public education spending, our own JLARC staff, comparing us to other states, unfortunately, we rank 42nd in the nation. 42nd in the nation as what we spend per pupil K-12. How in the world do we advance ourselves and advance for every school child in Virginia to get somewhere up to the average from 42nd in the nation if we're going to take $250 million out of the general fund to solve a worthy goal of fixing transportation? The goal is correct. The means of getting there is just simply wrong. Mr. President, the final example I would use, and I know we've heard this one and we've seen it many, many times, but one would only have to turn a couple of more pages and find per capita total Medicaid expenditures, and unless we forget, Medicaid is that safety net for the most vulnerable Virginians that we have, the aged, our mothers and fathers and grandparents who are in nursing homes. That's where the bulk of Medicaid spending is, and also the blind and the other infirmed. Our total Medicaid expenditures as ranked by JLARC, Virginia ranks 48th in the nation. If we use $250 million of our general fund for the worthy goal of fixing transportation, how in the world do we ever help our frail elderly achieve something better than 48th in the nation. So, Mr. President, my opposition to this good substitute does not come from the hard work and the goals that those proponents are trying to achieve. But the means is simply wrong. It's wrong for our school children. It's wrong for our teachers. It's wrong for our frail elderly. We should reject this $250 million of general fund money. Thank you, Mr.
President.